Where was I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do more maintenance on it, to be honest, myself. I just don't know what all I'm gonna have to do. I should take a minute and learn how to make a ham bat. Ham bats are arguably the best weapon in the game. There we go. It doesn't have durability, instead it has a freshness value. Excuse me. Blech. I'm just coughing today for some reason. Let's see, I was gonna make another pierogi. Yeah, I had to go through, like, even services MSC and change some stuff. Like, I had, what do you call it? Windows search disabled so that I wasn't having to deal with Cortana's crap all the time. And it's re-enabled that, for example. This will get our HP back up to full. Okay, so I had the stream up for about half a day earlier, folks. And I took it down because there were audio issues with OBS. Windows Update had messed with my settings some. Just general dumb crap that happens all the time. So the only thing you missed was me getting my butt handed to me by some rabbits, or by some bunny men. Did I bring any of that meat with me? I bet I didn't. Oh well, that's okay. But I collected all the stuff off my spider farm, got some meat out of it, etc. Where's the nearest large pine forest at? Bingo. Perfect. Frog, huh? Need more meat. Perfect. Do I have a hammer? So you can hammer on the giant beehives until the honey disappears from around the hole without it triggering a bee queen. Alright, let me show you kind of an advanced trick. Hire one pig, hit one other pig, and then just run until they stop chasing you. Your one pig that you hired will... nope, because it's evening. Not gonna happen. They'll go home. Alas. What a waste of meat. I didn't realize how close to dark it was. Anyway, you can start a pig war that way, and they'll fight to the death. Like, you can get the whole village fighting amongst themselves. Why all the ghosts? And there they go. Weird. Must have been leftover remnants from the last full moon. Chop down the perfectly normal tree. Anyway, that's the free source of living logs. And then dig up the stump for one more living log. And then get out from all the evil flowers that spawn around them. Well, it apparently hit me anyway. Alright, let's put up all the tools we're not going to be using while we're doing this. Eat the flower petal, eat the bird seed. We'll leave the green cap alone. Honey makes for nice filler because it takes forever to go bad. So our goal here is to try to trigger a living tree, a tree guard. There's a percentage chance every time you chop with an axe that a nearby tree will turn into a tree guard. I don't want to work on lumpy pines. Yeah, I thought I saw some lumpy pines. The more trees there are around, the more likely this is to happen. Where's my lantern? Not really looking to fight spiders at night right now. This seems like a good place. So we'll just put our lantern on the ground. Pull our axe back out. You'll be able to tell if one spawns because you'll be able to hear it. They're evil as in they're nightmare flowers. They make you crazy by standing nearby them, or if you pick them. And they have very odd shapes and designs. And there goes my axe. Grab this. Alright, so while I'm here in a spider forest, we're going to tear down some more tier 3 spider nests. Which is why I wanted the handbat. I'm going to be doing a lot of fighting, so a weapon with high damage and no durability is really nice. Handbat 2-shot spiders, as long as it's still green freshness. There will be 3 waves of 3 spiders in a tier 3 nest. And then after that, there will be 1 remaining spider inside the nest to defend it. There we go. That wave went properly. Let him come to me. Kill him. And then get back on the nest. Spiders respawn fairly quickly. So it's pretty important that you get the nests down before they have a chance to regenerate. This gets us silk, more monster meat, and more spider eggs to take for our spider hell that we're going to unleash on the unwitting Mac tusks. Alright, you saw how one of the 3 went back inside there? I'll have to be careful to make sure that I get the rest of them. Further. Because it's so bright outside, the spiders always stun lock for a second once they spawn. If I was using a tentacle spike to do this, I'd burn through the durability on it super fast because they only have 100 hits. Spiders will not naturally fight Beefalo. Beefalo will fight spiders, however, during Beefalo mating season. Yep, that one turned into a spider queen. You can see she's up there walking around now. I can fight her as long as I make myself some extra armor. Theoretically, I shouldn't get hit, but better safe than sorry. There's also a terror beak lurking around. I'm gonna have to deal with him real quick before I can deal with any more spider nonsense. Now, okay, they're on Chester. Chester, buddy. Save yourself. Now, the important thing when you're fighting a Spider Queen, manage her minions. She's not any harder to kite than anything else. She does make you crazy faster. But if you get swarmed by her minions, you're going to have a bad time. And she does do a lot of damage. Oh, yeah. Come on, Chester. And every once in a while she spawns a warrior spider. Chester's probably gonna die. Got it. Hey, he lived. Okay, I don't want to wear the spider hat. Spider hat has a 100-second durability, and it makes spiders think you're a spider. Alright, so that was fun. Eat our meatballs before they go bad. And then we're just going to eat a bunch of spider glands to get some HP back. Not too bad. If Chester hadn't been messing up my aggro, that would have went smoother. Hey, we got most of our HP back, though. We're absolutely insane, and that's fine. Got to be careful fighting spiders at night, or in the dusk and at night, because it'll attract every spider nearby, and if there's enough nests nearby, it can be a real problem. Now, this is the nest that the Spider Queen came out of, and that's, oh boy, that's a terror beak, and it's about to be dark. Really need to kill him before dark happens. Alright, got it. And everything is good in life again. Let's go. Back on our original mission of chopping down trees. Actually, no. I'm going to get some backup. We're going to go grab some pigs. It'll make things just a lot smoother. Faster. If we have another fight with some spiders, they can help us. The only reason I did... Oh, that's the portal for spawning in. Sweet. The only reason I didn't do that in the first place is because I didn't have any meat, but then I picked up all that meat from fighting spiders. Trying to figure out where the nearest bunch of pigs is at. I was thinking there was a pretty big clutch of the pigs somewhere nearby here, but I'm not seeing them anywhere on the map. How crazy am I? 37 out of 250. So what's that tell you? Not quite batshit crazy, but pretty crazy. Oh, there they are. Yeah, I knew there was some around here somewhere. You know what? We're going to make us some warrior pigs, too. This isn't something I do very often, but, like, these guys are going to be our friends. We're going to keep them around for a while. I can give them hats. And they will wear hats, and the hats function for them. It doesn't make them like me any better. The hats work exactly the same way for you as it does for them. Or for them as it does for you. It'll have 800 durability and absorb 80% of their damage. And then we begin feeding them meat. Oh, the killer bees made a mistake. They attacked one of the pigs. And now all the pigs will kill them. There we go. And of course I want the pigs to come with me. So we're going to feed them meat before it turns dark. We're going to feed each one piece of monster meat for now. Alright, come on, boys. Don't reject my love! And now they all have battle helmets. And they all like me. And we're friends. And I'm going to give them 3 pieces of monster meat each. That'll be the most monster meat I can give them to keep them with me as long as possible. Oh, gave that one too many. So we'll have to kill him. He'll drop his helmet when I kill him. Oh, he's already dropped? No, he doesn't drop his helmet. We have to break through his helmet. That's unfortunate, but, you know. What's more unfortunate is I lost track of the ones I fed. Oh well. And we're not going to feed any more of them, because I don't want to accidentally create more web pigs. What do you mean? What happens when it hits max? If I hit max insanity? Like, if I go completely crazy? Nothing. What happened? What did they... Oh. Guys, calm down. It's not that big a deal. Come on, follow the lantern. Let's go start a fight. So I want to be very careful that I don't aggro the guardian pigs up here. Because if I aggro the guardian pigs, unfortunately, it'll cause all of my pigs to fight them. Hound attack, huh? Well, let's build a fire. Fortunately, all my pig buddies can help me with that as well. Don't burn my living logs by mistake. Next is going to be some more Death Road to Canada. I'm not quitting that just because I'm having a bad time with it. I'm going to give it a fair shot. And then we'll do the last run of FTL, probably starting around 9 EST. Here we go. That poor hound just got destroyed. Firehound. Okay, if it burns, guys, get out of the fire. Don't be dumb. I'm starting to overheat. Put the pig house out. There we go. All well and good. Cook off the rest of this monster meat. Alright. Take out my lantern. Do I have something I can put this fire out with? I wish there was a way to snuff them easier. No. Oh well. I guess I'll just have to wait. It's the fact that Death Road to Canada is has extremely punishing RNG. More so than any other roguelike I play. For example, Binding of Isaac has some definite RNG elements, and you can get screwed by the troll engine, but nothing where like you just lose half of your resources because of something you have no control over. A great example of that is like Death Road. You know, you have sometimes no control over if you lose your car or not. If you don't find any fuel for any reason, you just can't find fuel, you can just run out. And when you do, you're guaranteed to lose half of your collected resources. I've had the game force me to put followers into my team. Give me no choice, and then have them betray me. What can I do about that, you know? Alright, so we're just going to start chopping. Come on, boys. And I don't mind RNG elements in games being hard, but I want them to be hard and fair. If I die and it's my fault, which has happened, then that's fine. I screwed up. But when I lose a run due to something completely beyond my control, that feels bad. It just feels like bad design. And if that happens every once in a while, it's okay. So there's an element of the game that there's a problem with. But that happened to me like 4 out of my last 6 runs, you know? And part of it, I'm sure, is that I'm not very experienced with the game, and a better player might have been able to overcome those situations. But it shouldn't be that punishing just because I don't know what's going on. You know, where if you pick the wrong choice in an event and it's not obvious what the right or wrong choice is, you just get super hard punished. Oh, half my pigs went home because they were hungry. Sad. Well, even if this doesn't work out good, I'm going to have plenty of food or wood. I definitely had some of that happen last night. You know, I recruited the Hermit, a legendary person, at one point, and I'm like, oh, cool, I got somebody nice to help me. And, like, 3 events later, dude just straight up stole my car, and I lost everything I'd built up to that run 2 days before I hit Canada. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. It just screwed me. I pretty much lost on the spot. Because losing all of my food messed up everybody's morale, which caused people to start leaving the group or kicking people out of the group. So all the characters I'd been carefully building up over the course of the game, I just didn't have anymore, including one of my best fighters. And then my best medic just left. I made it to the last siege that lasts 4 hours, and I lost that due to my bad play. Like, I understand. I played badly there because I didn't know what I was doing. But still, I feel like if all the bad shit that led up to that hadn't happened, then I would have had at least a reasonable chance at winning. Instead, I had 2 people, one of them who I'd just got and had no skills. And... oh, there's one, finally. So Treeguards are super easy to kill. They kite very easily. They have a big wind up to their attack. They have a small hit radius. After this, we're going to be fighting spiders because my pigs will automatically aggro them. You can do 4 hits on a Treeguard and then you got to bail. They have a ton of HP. I did not mean to hit that spider. Starting the festivities early. The only problem is they do quite a bit of damage and will mess your pigs up pretty severely. Yeah, this is bad. Pigs actually do a very good job of fighting Treeguards because they naturally kite anyway. My pig's battle helmet started breaking. Bad times. Probably gonna lose him. If I had this happen after I killed the Treeguard, it wouldn't be nearly as bad. Gotta be careful. I'm getting low on health. Oh, and my Hambat's low enough on durability that it's not two-shotting spiders anymore. That's actually part of the problem. I'm expecting to 2-hit them. Okay, so I've not been able to see anything in a second. In the middle of all that, my phone closed. Do I still have a meatball inside Chester? Hey, we still got one of our pigs, too. And he went home. And that's fine. Now, the pigs that we recruited earlier who left before all this fighting started, they will still have their helmets and be full HP. No meatball inside Chester. Alright, we're just going to camp out for the night, and I will cook off some of this large meat I've got to eat to keep from starving. also cook these seeds. And then tomorrow we'll collect all the crap that's on the ground over there. There we go. Sad, my hand bat's almost useless. It's still good for tearing down like spider nests and stuff. It's just not useful for fighting right now. Be better off grabbing one of my tentacle spikes back out. And probably put the honey in there. Alright, let's go collect all this wood and stuff. At least we got one tree guard out of that. There he is, yeah. You can see there's a cluster of living logs down here where he went down. He also would have dropped some monster meat, but the spiders would have eaten that. Now, if I'd had all 8 of my pigs that had helmets on for that fight, it would have went very differently. We would have easily crushed all of those spiders without any problems whatsoever. I just didn't have enough pigs. See if there's anything else lurking around here. I have a feeling that I have plenty of tier 3 nests. I'd like to tear down some more of them, but don't really want to invest the health resources needed right now. So I think I'm just head back to base with my living logs and go build my shadow manipulator. And boy, is that going to be fun. Because we're going to start being able to do some really fun stuff then. We're also preparing for Berger, who's going to be able to get us a lot more living logs, probably. Welcome back, Solon. You missed a big fight. Several big fights, actually. This video's been almost all fighting. I'm just gonna take the flowers with me. Screw sanity. So, Solon, riddle me this. If I was to put together a mod spotlight video and put it on my YouTube channel, would that be something you'd want to see? I've been thinking about doing that since you asked me about mods the other day and I never replied because, you know, I got busy. There, and I'm insane again. Onward! Slowly walking home. Well, you should probably check out the stream if you want to see some of that stuff. It's not all, you know, sunshine and rainbows on there. Some of it's really boring. The last episode I threw up was pretty boring. And, you know, I'm just being real about that. But some of it's been really interesting, if you've missed any of this server. But no, I'm talking about not necessarily part of this server, just like me specifically talking about mods. You know, in like the process of creating a server rather than playing one that's already built and talking about mods as I walk around. I could talk about the specifics with them and things like that. Alright, let's just go home. My inventory's completely full. Oh. Wrong wormhole. Rip all of my sanity. So, Sam, this is what it's like when I have 0 sanity. It's no different than when I'm at 34. The only thing that changes is how hard it is to get it back up above the point where I'll be attacked by nightmare creatures. The only thing I really dislike about it is how much darker it makes the screen and how bad it messes up the game audio. If all it did was make me get attacked, I wouldn't care at all. And the little squigglies around the edges, I don't care about that either. Oh man, I wonder if it does that on this server too, where if you're out at a full moon, all the flowers turn into evil flowers. If so, I should come over here and pick all these flowers. Let's get home before I starve to death. Unfortunately, full moons in autumn are super short. So I couldn't get much done anyway. Oh, these are about to all riot where I killed that crap. Ah, tried to kite too far. Yeah, shadow creatures can just phase right through solid objects. Good news is we have plenty of wood now. Of course, I'm completely out of space. Set the meat down. There we go. And now that we've got a little more time, cook off some pierogies. Well, a pierogi, I guess. Another nightmare creature. Come here, you little fucker. Ah. Honestly, I'm gonna have to get above frickin' 40 sanity just so I can have a minute to not fight these damn things and get something done. Right, eggs. So birds will not eat raw monster meat, but they'll eat it cooked. And everyone you feed to them, you'll get an egg. You can take the eggs to the Pig King and get 1 gold per egg. So all that monster meat I got from fighting all those spiders could turn into like 40 gold. Pretty easy. Or I can use them for pierogies. Get all that health back I lost fighting. Easy game, easy life. Alright, while those are cooking, go unload our inventory. Drop off the manure, drop off the pine cones. Actually, no, I need to go right now and plant the pine cones. Let's see. The reason I want to plant the pine cones is because I want to have Berger smash them up for me. So I want to get them planted so they can start growing before he spawns. Ta-da. Should spawn a couple of tree guards out of that. I should be picking cactuses. I'm finally out. Probably just going to cook some cactuses and eat them. Get back above a decent amount of sanity so I can quit worrying about shadow creatures for a little while. I don't really need nightmare fuel at the moment, so I don't really need to deal with their shit. Soon enough, I hope. Soon enough. Was my delightful little furball been leaving me presents over here? He sure has. Bless. 5. Not bad. I'll take it for now. And I can let this hand bat rot now. It's low enough durability that it's not going to do any good for me. Put the one pine cone back. And I'm going to go plant the rest of these spider nests. I saw that. Cheer 1, cheer 1, cheer 1. I mutate him when the time is appropriate into Ice Chester. I don't really care for Shadow Chester most of the time, on the simple grounds that it's only a couple more backpack spaces, where having additional Ice Chesters is really nice. Or, you know, having a living ice box is really nice. There we go. And these are tier 3 nests, too. My bunnies are going to start getting mobbed. They can't win this, actually. I don't have enough ice gems, though, at the moment to turn him into Ice Chester. Okay. Cactus flesh in the fridge. The one spider. I was going to say, is he going to follow me all the way down here? Let's see. Take me some boards. The small chest here is an organizational thing. I keep a small chest around by the fire pit specifically to have somewhere to put stuff I intend on burning. Let's see. Magic tab. Shadow manipulator, I need one of my purple gems. Yeah, actually though, having an Ice Chester is really nice. Do I have a hammer? Because in the summer you can keep 2 thermal stones and put one inside Chester and just always be able to stay cool in the summer. There we go. Let's see, I can tear this down too. Alright, what do you say we build something actually impressive? Zam, this is not a good time to get into what all the different characters do. That is a complicated setup. The answer is everybody has some pretty significant differences. Let's see. Gonna need a lot of rock. Yeah, I was gonna say, did I put some in here? So all the rock harvesting we did last episode is gonna pay off today. I'm gonna build something, a couple of really cool things to show you guys. But I'm gonna need just a metric ton of cut stone to do it. I guess I can talk about the different characters while I'm doing that. So Wickerbottom starts off knowing all of the tier 2 science recipes, which gives her an edge up on creating stuff over other players, or other characters. It means she can make things like a backpack and log armor, a spear for a weapon, and stuff without having to build a science machine. She can also make special books that no one else can make. And if she makes them, a Maxwell character can use them, but she has to make them first. He can't make his own books. And they have all sorts of really cool effects. They're completely broken. It's the reason she's the strongest character in the game. We're going to be seeing a little bit of that now that I've got a shadow manipulator. I'm starting to overheat. Let's see, 45. How much do I need? I've got plenty for that. Okay. There we go. So what do I need for... No. The stars. 30 and 30. That's what I thought. So I need 60 cut stone. Wolfgang has higher max health and does more damage than all of the other characters. As long as he's got full hunger, his stats change dramatically based on how hungry he is. Too much cut stone, but that's okay. Grab our gems. Oh, the Chesters. I thought he said characters. Yeah, okay, so base Chester just has 9 slots and follows you around. I'm just glancing at chat if it's not obvious. I'm playing the game, and so I'm doing scannage, and I'm not actually reading, which makes me look stupid there. Gears, and... Alright, give me a second, I'll explain the Chesters. Where are my gears? They're in this chest, right? Check. Alright, so one of the mods I've got turned on is just got some really cool, like, high-tier, expensive recipes for... hold on, I'll have to move a little further this way. Fire pits and things. So I've got the Star of Enkele and the Star of Boreas. Boreas, yeah. And that's my fire and ice stars. And that's the deluxe fire pit mod I use. That's the highest tier. They provide the most heat or cold, depending on which one it is. They also drop stuff. You can see my temperature is just dropping like crazy over here. Provide the most light, provide the most heat. The Star of Enkele, when it burns out, provides, I think, charcoal and nightmare fuel. And the Star of Boreas, when it burns out, provides ice and I don't remember what else. Maybe nightmare fuel? And I no longer need this fire pit, because that thing provides a ridiculous amount of light. And I made sure to put them outside of the range of my Fling-O-Matic so they don't get put out in the summer by it. And we're starting to get the outline of our base. Actually, yeah, this chest needs to be moved over there. Ta-da. We can equip the top hat to gain a little more sanity if we want. Don't we look dapper? Alright, so yeah, Shadow Chester has additional item slots Instead of being 3x4 inside, or 3x3 inside, he's 3x4 inside, so 3 extra slots. Ice Chester is 3x3, but he acts the same way as an icebox does for slowing down the decay rate of food. And he can hold things besides food objects, so it just adds icebox functionality to his already existing functionality. Put these over here, I can put these up. Put that in right there. Heat that. Drop that. I'm going to need all of this wood later, actually. I will need a lot of wood then. Nightmare fuel. Well, drop that there. Logs there. Spider silk. Got a lot of spider silk. Feels good. Just cleaning my inventory up. Let's see. Take the ropes. I need another log armor. Actually, do I need a log armor? What's it take to make nightmare armor? 3 papyrus and 5 silk. Alright, let's come see if our reeds have grown in. My farms are looking good down here, by the way. I'm going to leave the berries on the vine. I don't need them, and so I would rather have the ability to come get them when I want them. Oh boy, some of my saplings are diseased. Can't tell yet, that's bad though. So I'm just going to dig them all up. What about my grass? Doesn't look like any of my grass is diseased. So your plants could get diseased eventually if you've replanted them. In the wild, they won't get diseased. But when you replant plants, there's a chance that they'll get diseased. And all that does is cause them to die. And it'll spread the disease to other plants as well. So I'm going to dig them up and replant them to get rid of any chance of them being diseased. I think they were in the... I caught them in the stage right before they actually get diseased. And she was just letting me know that that was about to happen. So if I dig them up and replant them, they'll have like, I think 50 or so days, 30 days, I can't remember exactly, where before they'll start having a chance of being diseased again. And it can happen to berry bushes and grass and saplings that have been replanted, as well as not twiggy trees, because that's a tree, juicy berry bushes. You'll be able to tell once they're completely diseased. Caught it in time. The roots were nearly rotten. Nice. That's the first time I've ever found one before it got diseased. And we'll just replant the entire cluster. Nice and easy. The rabbits that are running around here are from the, Prestidigitator that I broke down earlier. Or Prestidigitator. I think that's what it's called, Prestidigitator? Yeah, Prestidigitator. So I was gonna... Well, I was gonna get some light going. There, he's maxed out now. One board. Log suit. Oh, I remember why I got distracted from that. I wasn't going to make myself another log suit. I was going to make myself a nightmare armor. Might as well make myself a nightmare sword while I'm at it too. So the dark sword takes 1 living log and 5 nightmare fuel, and that's the reason I've been farming nightmare fuel. But as long as you have it equipped, it causes your sanity to drop very rapidly. But it does a lot of damage. It does the most damage of any weapon in the game. And the knight armor likewise provides amazing protection. It has like 95% damage absorption or something like that. Very, very high damage absorption regardless. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second Night Sword, actually. Oh wait, I put away my Nightmare Fuel. Of course I can't make anything else. I should also make a book for On Tentacles while I'm at it. Wait, is it in Magic? Now I'm confused. Is it a science recipe? Maybe I gotta have a alchemy engine? Okay, well that's fine. Oh, and I've still got a Night Sword equipped, so I'm losing sanity very quickly. And my keyboard isn't working at all for some reason. There we go. All the inputs went through at once. I've got one cut stone already, right? Yeah, so all that rock I cut up the other day went into making... And I'm starving because I've not been paying attention to my hunger. Something I can just eat. Yeah, I need meatballs. Actually, with all that meat, I might as well make a meaty stew. So meaty stew is an extremely expensive crockpot recipe, but it restores 150 hunger. And so if you just happen to have a lot of meat laying around, it's 2.5 units of meat, where one large meat is 1 unit and a small meat is half a unit. So the recipe I typically use is 2 large meat, a monster meat, and a small morsel. Alright, so we need to do inventory management again. I don't need the tentacle spikes anymore. Because I have dark swords, finally. All the tools can go inside Chester. And I was working on building an alchemy engine. One more cut stone. Two papyrus, and I can make my own tentacles, which is just a fun book, let me tell you. It's gonna ruin my sanity. Come over here. Boom. Oh, and that's all the time we have for DST today. Looks like we're at 1 hour. That's actually a great time to call it a day. Yeah. Put my reeds back up. Put my tentacle spots back up. And that's going to be it. Disconnect. So I'm going to shut the stream down long enough to capture this video, and then I'll be back up in 5-ish minutes probably. It's been fun. I definitely recommend tuning in for tomorrow's DST. It should be far, far more interesting.